Welcome to ShumKast.
Welcome to ShumKast, everyone.
Yeah.
You made it. You're on the 10th episode. That's a lot. That's almost a whole season of an anime.
Yeah, almost, yeah. And just like 3 weeks of...
3 weeks of episodes.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Or maybe it's your first one then.
Welcome.
You're really late, but welcome anyways.
You have stuff to catch up on then.
Yeah, you can binge watch.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They're all pretty long, most of them.
Yeah, it's funny how we originally planned to be like 15, 20 minutes and...
Now it's 40 minutes on average.
45.
Yeah. So, they're big chunky episodes. It's like watching The Boys.
Without the violence.
Without the violence and the essay and stuff. All the
nudity.
All the gruesome stuff.
Yeah.
All the weird stuff. It's just...
No, we have the weird stuff, but not that weird.
I wouldn't say we're that weird.
No, I said not that weird. I just said
I don't think we're weird.
Okay, we're abnormal.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's the same difference.
But I'm Ash.
I'm Shum.
And so I think I had to bring something up.
Yeah.
So our last episode, we were talking about what were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about anime.
Animes.
And we were on this discussion of Anpanman and Saitama, and I was mistaken on the color of the cape, and you proved me wrong on.
That's right. Of course I remember.
No, I'm not perfect. I'll be the first to admit that.
That's right. No one is.
But I realized when I was taking your brother to Six Flags today that why I got the cape, the color of the costume confused.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Spew it out.
For some reason, I was confusing his costume with Shazam.
Shazam. It's not even an anime character.
It's not, but he had a red and yellow costume and a white cape.
He did have a white cape.
So I think that's what happened. My brain confused the costumes.
I guess that makes sense. They're all the same color scheme, red and
yellow, and I mean,
the red's a very prominent color in suits.
And I'm getting old. My memory isn't just what it used to be.
Senior moment, perhaps.
I guess.
Not looking forward to that.
So, I don't know if you noticed or not, but the day was a bit crowded.
Grounded?
Crowded.
Oh, crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff.
I was like, grounded.
No, we're grounded.
Oh.
It means we're down to earth.
We are, for the most part.
Yeah.
But it is pretty crowded today.
Yeah, and this is probably one of my most favorite topics. Robots.
Whole bunch of robots. If you can guess them all, you're a fucking nerd. But, kudos to you.
So you're calling me a nerd because this is all my shit. And it's not all my shit, but it's a lot of my shit.
You call yourself a nerd, too. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a nerd, too.
Nerd, weeb, geek.
Yeah, a bit of everything. But, pretty cool stuff we have so far. We got the Hulkbuster here. Pretty nice, pretty gnarly. We got the Gundam here. So...
And a Gundam here.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Gundams here,
Yeah.
Do people even know what that is anymore, Gundam? Is that like a big thing amongst...
Gundam's still prevalent.
Because I remember my high school teacher, my Japanese teacher, he was like, wow, people still know Gundam?
Yeah, no, it's still going on. There's a current series right now called GQ, which is actually really good. I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
It's a alternate take on the original UC.
I see.
Which is called Universal Century, for those of you that don't know. And that's the original storyline from the OG Gundam, starting in the late 70s.
Yeah, I see. So Gundam is still pretty popular.
Yep.
And then, we got other stuff. K2SO, the Ava.
Yep.
And a bunch of other stuff.
I guess I'll should go
round
those up. So the oldest mech on here is Tetsujin Nijohachi, or Tetsujin 28. Old school anime from, goes back to, I want to say the 60s, maybe late 50s.
Damn.
It originally was a manga.
I see.
And then we have Majinga.
He had a movie recently, didn't he?
Not recently, but yeah, there was a movie I took you and your brother to back in the 10s.
Like 10 years ago.
No, it wasn't 10 years ago.
Almost.
No, it was even almost. It was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, you know what else came out 6-7 years ago?
What?
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's a true story.
You know, alluding back. Anyways.
Anyway, then we have Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie.
That's right.
Gyaradoga from Gundam. 2 Valkyries from Macross Plus, the YF-21, and my favorite, the YF-19. I mean, I like the YF-21 as well, mainly because it's the design is based off one of my favorite planes that never got produced, which was the YF-23.
Oh, interesting. They're both cool-looking jets, so I don't know nothing about jets.
Another Macross, the VF-29 or 31. No, it was 29. VF-29. I can't remember now. VF-25. That's it. From Macross Frontier, Gundam from Gundam 0083, OG Mega Man.
Yes,
aka
OG.
Rockman.
That's right. Not Mega Man X.
Yeah,
completely different character.
The VF-25 in robot form. Shockwave from the OG G1 Transformers.
Wow, no Soundwave though.
I can't put everything up, you know.
Yeah. It's already a lot.
I'm trying. I mean, we only have so much space.
That's true.
We got
that guy takes up a lot.
Yeah, the Hulkbuster is pretty chonky.
Yeah,
what's
big.
crazy is that is a 1/6 scale Hulkbuster.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's 1/6 the size of a full size. I've seen a 1/1 scale Hulkbuster when I was in Korea.
It was in Korea.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
There was a Hot Toys store there.
Oh, okay.
And they had a 1/1 scale Hulkbuster fighting a 1/1 scale Hulk.
That's pretty cool.
That thing was massive, and it was all lit up and everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Could you buy it? Was it for sale?
With enough money, I think anything's for sale.
Oh, okay. But like, did they explicitly?
There was no price tag. It was one of the things like if you had to ask, you can't afford it.
Oh, okay. I see. Makes sense. I mean, it's made out of metal too, from the looks of it. It's like extremely detailed.
Yeah. And then we have a parody from a Macross character, but a Garbage Pail Kids.
What was it? Roybot?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
And I wouldn't know the character.
Yeah. And then we have another one from Macross back there. And then Prowl from Transformers G1.
Whole bunch of Macross and Transformers and Gundam.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of everything.
Not much variety for me, unfortunately. Well, I guess that's because I mean, think about it like this. Gundam's been running for getting close to 50 years. It's like, what, 47 years right now? 48 years?
Holy crap. And that's a while. And you still have a Gundam park.
Transformers has been going on for just over 40 years in the U.S.
It's a good amount of years, too. I don't know how long...
Macross has been in existence since 82, so...
Oh, okay.
43 years.
So a good chunk of these robots are around 40 plus years.
I mean, Mega Man was on the OG NES. That was his first appearance.
That's right. Was he an arcade game, or am I tripping?
You're tripping.
Okay, never an arcade game.
Never an arcade game. I don't think he was ever in any arcade. I mean, the closest thing
he was in
Marvel vs. Capcom. Yep.
Yeah. See, I was right.
Yeah, later down the road, but it wasn't in a Rockman, Mega Man only arcade game.
Yeah.
He didn't have like his own personal arcade game.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot
to choose from. But like, if you were to pick your favorite one, which would it be and why? We're going back to school with this one.
Oh man, that's a tough one. That is really difficult because I love them all almost equally. I mean, which one?
We're leaving to the moon. You got to pick one.
I mean, I tell your brother, like, terrorists breaking in the house, gun to the head, they're gonna kill everybody unless I tell them like which one. I'm gonna have to go with Macross.
Macross. I had a feeling. You love Macross.
Oh yeah, and you know why?
Why? Because jets.
Because jets.
Yeah, he's a jet boy.
Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, like when I was a kid, the one thing I wanted to be more than anything else was a fighter pilot. Mm-hmm. 7th grade put an end to that.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
What was that?
Soccer ball to the temple. Was blind for about 2 weeks. No. After that, I had to wear glasses. That
vision's impaired now.
Vision's impaired, and because the vision was beyond the waiver limit, could not be a fighter pilot.
Damn. Okay.
But did not kill. I mean, I still have a love for jets.
Yeah, I mean, that's still always going to be there, whether you can't fly or
like anytime we had a chance to go to an air show or see aircraft, I'd take you guys.
Except the Blue Angels, as of lately. Blue Angels been a little spotty.
That's because I don't want to go to the city.
Yeah, I'll blame you. City sucks.
I mean, I love the Blue Angels, but
I feel like the shows have been getting worse. Really? It's not as cool as I remember them to be. Maybe it was because it's like I'm a kid, I don't know any better. But
I think the shows have always been the same to me. But I always enjoy it, watching it. Okay. I mean, they basically run the same routines almost all the time.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy them.
I guess to the SF residents, maybe I'm tripping. Has it changed at all? If so, please tell me. Please prove me wrong.
Actually, there was some things that changed.
Yeah,
from when you were a kid.
I'm not tripping.
The part that changed was they raised the height minimum.
Height minimum.
Yeah, there was the lowest that they could fly around the city.
Okay. Because of the sales force, isn't it? Or
no, it was just because of San Francisco being San Francisco politicians just trying to destroy fun.
Oh. So that's because of the sales force, because it's like now the tallest building.
No, it hasn't. This predates Salesforce Tower.
Oh shit!
But the Blue Angels, when you first started seeing them in the city during Fleet Week, they flew much lower.
I remember they're pretty low. Like you could see the aircraft like in real detail.
Yeah, you could actually see the pilot almost.
Yeah.
No, you definitely could see the pilot if as they're flying by. You could definitely see the pilot.
Yeah. So
they flew pretty low, and then they raised the floor for them. So they had to fly higher up.
That sucks.
So yeah, in that aspect, it did change.
Yeah. Okay. So it did get worse.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if you look at it from that standpoint,
they can't fly low anymore.
Yeah.
Can't see the details.
Yeah. You can't see your tax dollars at work up in detail.
You cannot. So Macross, huh?
Yeah.
Besides jets, like why does it like stand out to you the most? Or is it just jets?
Jets, story, music. I mean, especially like Macross Plus in particular, you had that combination of beautiful animation, amazing music composed by Yoko Kanno, and it's just I would say it's the equivalent. It was basically Top Gun.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But in anime form.
Interesting. And robots.
Yeah.
I see.
But, you had Isamu Dyson, who was your Maverick, and Gold Bowerman, who was your Iceman.
So really it's just Top Gun.
It really is Top Gun, yeah.
Jesus. I mean, it came before Top Gun, though, didn't it? So it's Top Gun just...
No, it came before Top Gun Maverick. The original Top Gun came out in 86.
Oh, so it came out after Top Gun.
After Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the original Top Gun was like 85, 86.
Damn, you telling me Tom Cruise is that old?
Tom Cruise is like 5 days older than dirt.
He's starting to show his age, finally.
Oh, yeah, when we watched Mission Impossible?
I mean, in the...
Or you're talking about the press kits?
The press kits. In the movie, he looked, pretty good. But then, like, the press kits, he's definitely showing, like, wrinkles. So I'm like, holy shit.
I mean, he looks good for somebody in their 60s. He
still looks good, really good.
He's in his 60s, so it's
looks like he would be in his late 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
Type thing. But, like, Tom Cruise still looks really good. And, he's in Scientology, so that's a plus.
Is that a plus?
I don't know.
We'll leave it at that because I feel like having the church go after us.
Okay, yeah. Jokes. Anyways, I mean, for me, I've always liked Gundam. They have like this ninja robot look. Like that
was intentional. I mean, the head was basically designed after the kabuto, the helmet.
You're like a ninja samurai look, and I've always liked that. And, I guess now that's the intention. So, I don't know, I just always grew up liking samurai ninja looks. I just think it looks edgy. But I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm like emo edgy, not anymore at least. Like high school, middle school days.
I mean, I think it probably also led to your enjoyment of Gundam, at least. Not so much because, like you said, you don't really watch much anime, but you do enjoy the building the kits and...
I do like looking at them.
And looking at them, exactly.
Appreciating them.
And I think that's because the one right thing I did for you as a parent was when they first unveiled the 1/1 scale RX-78 in Japan.
I do remember that.
I took you to see it.
With my Luigi doll.
With your Luigi doll.
Yeah. Don't forget about my Luigi doll.
Yeah.
Yeah. A dope photo. Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of sparked it too. But, you know, I get something about the Gundam designs, not the Zaku's and stuff. Yeah. I mean, the Zaku's are cool too. They still look like samurais and stuff. Or like Ronins. You know, like same difference. Not that big of a difference. But, yeah, I don't know. I just like the Gundam designs. I think it looks really cool. And this is my favorite Gundam, the Unicorn. I just like the color scheme. Especially the Banshee, the black and gold.
I thought it's more navy and gold, but yeah.
More navy gold. But like I guess...
You know why?
Why?
Because like the Blue Angels.
Wow. It's a little bit of a darker shade of blue, but yeah.
It's still similar colorway, that blue and yellow.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my favorite Gundams. A little fun fact about me.
Yeah, and then even the YF-21 is the same colorway as the Blue Angels.
This is literally just a Blue Angel. If you think about it, it's navy and yellow.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like it would be a Navy jet.
Yeah. I could definitely see that flying in SF.
Yeah.
They should do that for 1 year. Have this fly in SF with the Blue Angels.
Yeah, the problem is it doesn't exist.
They can make it exist.
Okay, if you think
if people can make Hulkbusters exist, they can definitely make this exist.
Yeah. So I mean, for robot, it's funny. I do have an R2D2. We actually have a couple R2D2s.
Where's my R2D2 when I was a kid?
It's in your room, I thought.
No, I think my brother abducted it.
I thought he gave it back to you.
No, he never did. You know what he gave back to me?
What?
My Godzilla plush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Been there since 2004. Because that's what the tag says. 2004.
You didn't get that in 2004, I know that much. I think you got that in like 2006, 2007.
Nonetheless, the plush was made in 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, moving to K2SO, I have a funny story about him.
You met the voice actor?
Besides meeting Alan Tudyk, which is awesome. Alan Tudyk is...
That was Alan Tudyk?
Yeah, it's Alan Tudyk.
Holy shit.
You did not know it was Alan Tudyk?
I did not know it was Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
I wish I could have met him. I didn't. I wasn't able to.
Your brother lost his shit when Alan Tudyk did his King Candy voice.
Was that last?
That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Last year you met Cal Kestis.
Yes. Yeah, it was 2 years.
Which I missed too.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. I met Alan Tudyk, and you know he voiced K2SO along with King Candy, and he did his King Candy voice for Reese, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're King Candy!"
He was also Joker.
He was. I forgot about that.
Harley Quinn show.
Yep.
I never watched it. I heard it's like hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some episodes were good, some are bad.
Yeah.
So I guess it just depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know he was Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. But, your uncle, one of my good friends, worked on Rogue One.
Among other things.
But more specifically, he worked on the death scene for K2SO.
Oh, did he?
He did.
That's funny.
And we were watching K2SO when we were still living back in the city. And he mentioned he worked on that scene. My immediate reaction to him was, get out.
Damn.
You are no longer welcome in this household. How could you do this?
Did he pitch the idea like how he was going to die?
No, he just worked on the scene. He just worked on the scene. He had no control, but
see, he was held at gunpoint.
He was.
Can't blame him.
I was just venting on him.
Yeah. Okay. For good reason though.
But I kick him once in a while. Just like, do you remember that time you killed K2SO, bastard?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel bad about it now. He does. He just he likes that because it spites you now.
Probably. That sounds like a lot like him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, if you say something like, "Well, I killed K2SO,"
yeah,
that's his comeback.
Like, fuck you, man. I hate you.
Exactly.
But yeah, and then Transformers.
We've talked about Transformers. quite a bit.
We have, like in the past episode, we talked about Transformers. Haven't talked about Majinga though.
Underrated.
Well, so what's interesting about Majinga? So in the U.S., he was brought here as Transor Z.
The fuck?
Yeah, it was a dumb name.
Transformer Z.
Kind of. To make things even worse, so the animation for Majinga, when they brought him to the U.S., so this was like early 80s, they brought him here as Transor Z. And they were putting him up against... So you're talking about 70s style anime, which is not great.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it for nostalgic reasons, but the animation is pretty cheap. The designs are really cool, and they're definitely considered a little retro, whatever you want to call it, or vintage. But the animation is not the greatest.
Can't be as bad as Dragon Ball Super.
No, it's worse.
Oh wow, that says a lot.
I mean, you're talking about like the frame rates were like maybe between like 12 and 18 frames per second.
Damn, not the standard like 24.
24, yeah. But to make things worse for Majinga was that it was being put up against Voltron and Transformers.
Two of the goats at that time.
So, unfortunately, in the U.S., Majinga lost that battle quick.
Oh, yeah.
However, I'm amazed that a lot of the stuff got past the censors.
Oh, really?
Because there was one robot in there called the Mighty Aphrodite.
Oh, jeez.
So, Majinga, his gimmick was like rocket punch. So he had like his arms would turn into rockets and they'd blow out.
Yeah.
Aphrodite, on the other hand. So, Aphrodite, if you're familiar, is a Greek goddess.
Yeah.
Woman, right?
Yeah.
She shot missiles from her breasts.
Oh, I think I've seen a clip of that actually on YouTube.
Yeah. And we used to see that on television in the 80s.
Jesus Christ, they let that happen. They just let that slide, huh?
They just let that slide.
Wow, they don't do that nowadays.
No, they don't.
They don't let people shoot rockets out of their nipples or boobs.
I remember them showing nudity on television back in the 80s, like late 70s, early 80s.
We got nudity, like Game of Thrones.
That's HBO. That's not public television.
Oh, well, public.
It's not broadcast TV.
I haven't watched public TV in quite a bit.
Yeah, but broadcast television, they used to show a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and if I did, it was PBS Kids.
But you couldn't drop the F-bomb on any platform.
That's a no F-bomb.
Yeah.
They did it in Marvel, one F-bomb.
Yeah, but that was because it was James Gunn.
That's true. But yeah.
Oh, no, Deadpool.
Yeah, but he wasn't Fox. Their first F-bomb was Guardians.
That was Guardians, but then Deadpool, the third one, Deadpool versus Wolverine, they went full out.
You know, there was like 128 F-bombs in there.
I'm surprised there weren't more.
Yeah, I saw like the number. I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it was just kind of unneeded. Some of the scenes just felt like teenage humor with the F-bombs or the F usage, but like I think a lot of scenes that fit with like the characters, but like besides that, we don't get boobies shooting rockets anymore.
No, and that's
a bummer.
Yeah, we need to bring that back, right?
I think we should protest on the internet. Bring back rocket boobies. I want to see this trending on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, and then going to the funny thing is, like my girlfriend would call me a fake fan. I don't think I ever watched an episode of Tetsuji Nijo Hachi.
That's a twist, guys.
Yeah.
It's a legendary twist.
It is.
You have the figure, or the statue, whatever you want to call it.
So, a good friend of mine, he actually built this.
Oh, is it, okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, he made this, and he had it in a store, and I knew who it was right away. And I just love the aesthetic of it. Yeah, it has a very like cyberpunk look to it.
I would say I would kind of like
or not cyberpunk, steampunk.
Steampunk, yes. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it has a very steampunk feel to it, and I just like it. Just looks. He just looked amazing. I was like, I love the colors of him. I like the look on his face.
Yeah.
And it really captures the character designs from that era.
He was 60s again? 50s?
Yeah, 50s, 60s.
Yeah, I guess steampunk was like pretty big.
No.
Was it not?
No, not really. Steampunk didn't really start. I want to say steampunk didn't really start becoming like really relevant to like maybe the early 80s.
So
oh no, I take that back. No, I take that back because you think about Jules Verne. Jules Verne was like the OG steampunk.
Mm-hmm. But besides,
as a concept, steampunk didn't really.
You're saying it was ahead of its time.
A bit, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. I mean, it looks like a big chunky knight because of like the helmet.
Yep.
And like the little, chat. What is it called?
The fin.
Yeah, I guess it's a fin. But yeah, just chunky knight, and then especially like where the eyes are too. It's just very slim.
Yeah. I mean, he's basically got a mohawk.
Pretty much, yeah. What's his gimmick? Does he have rocket fists too, or rocket boobs?
No. As you can tell, there's no breasts on him.
Yeah.
He's just got a big rocket pack.
He just flies around and punches people.
Pretty much.
Okay. No special beam cannon. Like
no beam. This is before all that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he came in the time of Astro Boy.
Oh, okay.
Or Atomu.
I see. Just robots.
Yep, robots.
Punching, flying.
Yep,
that's
punching,
it.
flying, yeah.
The simple concepts. When times were simple.
Keep it simple.
Now they're like kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
You got Gundams with katanas now.
But, it's interesting, though, that majority of these robots on the table aren't sentient. Majority of these are piloted. Like, the Transformers are sentient. So, like, out of this, the ones that are sentient are, I think Tetsuji Nijihachi was sentient. Optimus, definitely. Ava's not. None of the Gundams are.
Mega Man is.
Mega Man is. So, on this table, if we just count them out, 1, 2, I'll say 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, a lot of robots here are controlled.
Most of these are piloted, so I guess they'd be mechs.
Yeah, they would be considered mechs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still in the same realm, I'd say. It's just a robot with a pilot. Yeah. So, if you think about it.
But it's not going to act on its own.
No, it's not. The moment you leave, it's just going to put itself in park.
Pretty much.
Until you put back the key. I'm surprised you don't have any, like, Pacific Rim.
I do. I just didn't have room on the table to bring it out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, I have the large Eureka Striker, but we already have Majin and the Hulkbuster, and then also even the Gundam.
Yeah.
And the Eureka Striker I have is just slightly smaller than these two guys.
Still pretty big.
He's still pretty beefy.
Little massive boy here.
Yeah. But, I don't know, I think, like you, I think it's just one of those things that's like, I love the design. It just like, it stirs my imagination.
Sounds like me with anime figures and stuff. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Never watched the show, but it looks cool. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I think the only one that for me was the Tetsujin. Yeah. Everything else is like, yep, I grew up with this. Yeah, buy it. Or, with the Gundam stuff, I just love building the kits.
They're pretty fun.
I mean, I do watch Gundam as well, but I find building the kits very cathartic.
And once they're put together, it's pretty satisfying what you created, what you built.
Yep.
Just like seeing them from tiny little plastic pieces into like this big robot is pretty cool. I still have a lot of kits I need to finish, but I just haven't worked on them because there's no room to put it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. It's like I have the kits, and I like with this one right here, I airbrushed. It was like it was the second kit I ever airbrushed, and I was like, oh, airbrushing is like so much. It's like it's like what? It's like a whole new world.
It's Gundam building 2.0.
Yeah, definitely. It makes a difference, like how they look, and it's like they just feel more visceral.
They definitely look more real.
Yeah,
compared to like I don't know if this one's airbrush.
No, that one's
just outlined.
No, he was painted, but
really?
that one was spray canned.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely tell like a difference between these two.
Yeah.
Even from afar,
Yeah.
like, you can still tell a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Gundam kits are fun, but they take up a lot of room and time.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It's definitely a commitment if you want to get into Gundam building.
I do find it interesting. Transformers is one of the ones you didn't really get that interested into.
Transformers?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't hate them.
Um,
But you weren't, like, your brother loves Transformers.
yeah, no, he's obsessed with that.
Yeah. And as well as another friend of ours, Kid.
I wasn't I feel like I wasn't obsessed with a lot of things. I feel like the only things I was obsessed with as a kid was Mario and Sonic.
Yeah.
Those two were like it. I feel like
I feel like I kind of had to twist your arm, though, for Gundam a little bit.
as a kid, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? This is not Sonic.
Yeah.
What the heck is this? A robot.
Because even like when I took you to see the Gundam, like I still remember that one picture of you in front of the Gundam. You're holding your Luigi in front of your face. I'm like, okay, here's this big cool robot, but you're with the Luigi.
Yeah, exactly. See, I prioritize Luigi over a 1-to-1 scale of a Gundam. So that's how you know I was obsessed with Mario and Sonic.
Yeah, I feel like I failed you there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't obsessed, I guess.
No.
I mean, I still played with the toys, like Transformers toys and other stuff when I was a kid. But, like, if I brought a doll with me, it was either Mario or Sonic.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what happened there. I feel like I'm more obsessed with things nowadays compared to when I was a kid. Because I'm starting to like more things.
You know why?
Why?
Because you have money now.
I do have money. You know, people say money can't buy you happiness. They're lying. Money can buy you happiness. It just depends what you get with your money. If you're telling me that, oh, my wife left me, well, let me just chill in my $1 million mansion and find out which steakhouse I'm going to eat at next.
Yeah. But, I think for me, like, where my real love of why I have, like, such a deep love for just robots, mechs in general, that whatever you want to call it, I think it's just because of possibilities.
That's my favorite Sonic song.
Oh my god.
It's from Sonic Unleashed.
But yeah, it's just like the potential of what can be.
Yeah.
Outside of the AI nightmare, which we discussed several episodes ago.
See, AI is different. Well, I mean, K2SO is technically AI, is he?
Yeah.
Robot with AI brain.
Yeah. He is a construct.
Yeah. I joked around with some friends. I was like, by the time Water 3 comes out, Japan's gonna have Gundams.
It's funny you say that. One of the members of the Japanese parliament put out a proposal of building Gundams and having them line up on the coast,
What the heck?
facing towards Korea,
What the heck?
as a non-functioning, but as a deterrent.
They're just gonna stare them down.
Kind of like some pilot from North Korea or China's gonna be flying into Japan's airspace and like, oh fuck, no, they got Gundams.
They got Gundams now.
Or like some ship getting ready to like do some ships coming in preparing to do like a land invasion, and they're like, no, they got Gundams.
Yeah. I'd be scared.
Yeah, I would too. Like, if I see like a whole army of Gundams
lined up.
I mean, I lined up. They're smoking, like they're operational.
And if one of them lights up with their eyes, I'm like, one of them's alive. We gotta go.
Exactly. It's
I ain't trying to get shot down by a fucking robot.
I'm not ready to become tomato paste on the ground.
Exactly. I would. They should pass that. I would love to see that. That'd be kind of cool.
I love the idea. I was like, if you're doing this as deterrent, yeah,
By all means, go for it.
Go for it. Yeah, I'm for it. You have my full support on this.
I'm loving the idea, but I really hope I see a Gundam roll out in the battlefield in World War III.
So what you want is a Titanfall future. That's what you want.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would love to be a Titanfall fighter.
Yeah, you would enlist right away.
I would actually. I'd be like, Titanfall? I played that game. I got this.
Of course, they'd say you're too fat.
Not that big.
You got to be able to run around though. You see how those Titan pilots move?
I can run. I got pretty good stamina, surprisingly.
Can't wall run.
I could. If I had the right equipment, I could. Anything's possible. Remember, possibility. Come on.
Imagination.
Exactly. Come on. Think.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Think so too.
Yeah.
I think we left it off on a good note with the Gundams.
Yeah, we left it on a happy note.
We did.
We kept it positive.
We did keep it positive.
Imagination.
Exactly.
Possibilities.
Never lose your imagination and creativity, because at the end of the day, that's probably what's going to keep you going.
Yep.
Not going to lie.
So I guess with that, make sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell. Please. I'm begging you.
Don't make them cry.
Anyways.
That's worse than seeing a fat man cry.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's it.
All right.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Later.